Pregnancy week by week. Your journey from weeks 1 to 9 of pregnancy. Welcome, future parents and curious minds, to the extraordinary journey of pregnancy, where the miracle of life unfolds week by week. Today, we are diving deep into the magic of pregnancy from weeks 1 to 9. But before we kick off, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, so you never miss a milestone in your baby's growth. From the spark of conception to the first signs of life, these early weeks are a whirlwind of miracles. Join me as we unravel the mystery of your baby's journey from weeks 1 to 9. It's a rollercoaster ride of emotions, changes, and pure magic. Weeks 1 and 2. Weeks 1 and 2 of pregnancy are considered part of the preconception period and the early stages of pregnancy. Menstrual cycle and ovulation. The first 2 weeks of pregnancy are often calculated from the first day of the last menstrual period, LMP, even though conception typically occurs around week 2. Ovulation, the release of an egg from the ovary, usually occurs around day 14 of a 28-day menstrual cycle. Conception typically occurs during week 2 when sperm fertilizes the egg. The fertilized egg, now called a zygote, begins its journey down the fallopian tube. Cell division. The zygote undergoes rapid cell division through a process called cleavage. Implantation preparation. The zygote travels down the fallopian tube toward the uterus, preparing for implantation. The uterus undergoes changes in its lining to become receptive to the developing embryo. No noticeable physical changes or symptoms. At this early stage, there are typically no noticeable physical changes or symptoms experienced by the woman. A pregnancy test wouldn't yet detect pregnancy during these weeks. Preconception or menstrual cycle. Many sources prefer to refer to this early period as preconception, or the menstrual and ovulation cycle, rather than the first weeks of pregnancy. Weeks 3 and 4. Weeks 3 and 4 of pregnancy are crucial as the fertilized egg transforms into an early embryo and implants into the uterus. Conception and early cell division. Conception occurs, leading to the formation of a zygote. Rapid cell division begins, and the zygote transforms into a blastocyst. Implantation. The blastocyst travels down the fallopian tube and implants into the uterine lining. Implantation is a crucial step for the embryo to establish a connection with the mother's blood supply. Formation of germ layers. The blastocyst differentiates into 3 germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. These layers are the foundation for the development of various organs and tissues. Formation of amniotic sac and placenta. Cells from the outer layer of the blastocyst form the amniotic sac, providing a protective environment for the developing embryo. The placenta begins to develop, facilitating nutrient and oxygen exchange between the mother and the embryo. Formation of the neural tube. The neural tube, critical for central nervous system development, begins to form. This marks the early stages of brain and spinal cord development. Hormonal changes. Hormone levels, including human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, start to rise. Progesterone levels increase, supporting the thickening of the uterine lining and maintaining the pregnancy. No noticeable physical changes or symptoms. During these weeks, women typically don't experience noticeable physical changes. A pregnancy test may become positive toward the end of week 4. Preparation for organ formation. The blastocyst undergoes further transformations in preparation for organ formation. The early structures of the heart and blood vessels begin to take shape. Weeks 5 and 6. Weeks 5 and 6 of pregnancy are marked by significant developments, as the embryo undergoes rapid growth and various structures take shape. Embryo growth. The embryo grows rapidly and reaches the size of a poppy seed by the end of week 5. By week 6, it is about the size of a lentil or a sweet pea. Heartbeat detection. Around the end of week 5 or the beginning of week 6, the heartbeat becomes detectable through ultrasound. The heart, now divided into chambers, beats at a rapid pace, beginning to circulate blood. Formation of facial features. Facial features become more defined. Eyes, nose, and mouth continue to develop, and the eyes show early signs of formation. Development of limbs. Limb development advances, with arm and leg buds becoming more distinct. Fingers and toes, although still in early stages, begin to emerge. Formation of the neural tube. The neural tube, crucial for central nervous system development, continues to close and shape. The early stages of brain development progress. Formation of the amniotic sac and placenta. The amniotic sac expands to accommodate the growing embryo. The placenta continues to develop, facilitating nutrient and oxygen exchange between the mother and the developing embryo. Increased hormone production. Hormone production, including human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, continues to rise. Progesterone levels remain elevated, supporting the maintenance of the uterine lining and the ongoing pregnancy. Early pregnancy symptoms intensify. Early pregnancy symptoms such as breast tenderness, fatigue, and morning sickness may intensify. Hormonal changes contribute to the continuation and intensification of these symptoms. Formation of limb buds and facial features. Limb buds grow longer, and the formation of hands and feet becomes more apparent. Facial features, including the eyes and nose, continue to develop. Development of intestinal structures. The early formation of the intestines occurs. The digestive system begins to take shape as the gut tube undergoes development. Weeks 7 and 8. Weeks 7 and 8 of pregnancy are marked by continued growth and the refinement of various structures as the embryo transitions into the fetal stage. Fetal development. Around week 7, the embryo officially becomes a fetus, marking the transition from the embryonic stage. Major organs and systems continue to mature and develop. Embryo of fetus size. The fetus is approximately the size of a blueberry around week 7 and grows to about the size of a raspberry by week 8. Formation of facial features. Facial features become more defined. Eyes become larger, and the early formations of the nose and mouth continue to progress. Formation of limbs. Limbs continue to elongate and develop. Fingers and toes become more distinct, and nail beds start to form. Development of external ears. External ears continue to develop and become more pronounced. Earlobes and the intricate structures of the outer ear become further refined. Formation of teeth, palate, and tooth buds. Tooth buds continue to develop within the gums. The palate forms in the roof of the mouth. Development of heart chambers and blood vessels. The heart continues to develop, forming distinct chambers. Blood vessels continue to form, and the circulatory system becomes more complex. Formation of kidneys and urinary system. Kidneys develop further, and the urinary system continues to mature. Functional kidneys produce urine released into the amniotic fluid. Development of brain and neural connections. The brain continues to grow, with different regions taking on distinct structures. Neural connections form, setting the stage for more complex brain development. Formation of intestines. The intestines continue to develop and elongate. The early stages of intestinal coiling and folding progress. Formation of tooth buds and external genitalia. Tooth buds continue to develop in the gums. External genitalia become more evident, allowing for a more accurate determination of the baby's sex through ultrasound. Continued hormonal changes. Hormonal changes, including elevated levels of HCG and progesterone, persist. These hormones support ongoing pregnancy and regulate various physiological changes. Persistence of pregnancy symptoms. Early pregnancy symptoms such as morning sickness, breast tenderness, and fatigue may persist or intensify. Hormonal fluctuations contribute to the continuation of these symptoms. Week 9. Week 9 of pregnancy is a pivotal period as the embryo transitions into the fetal stage, with numerous organs and structures becoming more refined. Here's a breakdown of the key developments during this week. Embryo to fetus transition. Around week 9, the embryo is officially termed a fetus, signifying the end of the embryonic stage. Major organs and systems continue to mature and develop. Embryo size. The fetus is approximately the size of a cherry, measuring about 0.9 inches, 2.3 centimeters. Continued growth contributes to the fetus's increasing size. Facial features. Facial features become more defined, with the eyes moving closer together. The nose and upper lip take on a more recognizable form. External ear development. External ears continue to develop and become more distinct. Earlobes and the intricate structures of the outer ear become further refined. Limbs and fingers. Limbs continue to elongate and develop. Fingers and toes, now separated, exhibit distinct nail beds. Formation of teeth and palate. Tooth buds continue to develop within the gums. The palate forms in the roof of the mouth. Genital development. External genitalia become more evident, allowing for a more accurate determination of the baby's sex through ultrasound. However, it's important to note that this determination may not always be 100% accurate at this stage. Muscle development. Muscles continue to develop and form. The fetus starts to display spontaneous movements, although these are not yet coordinated. Formation of digestive system. The digestive system continues to mature. The intestines, initially coiled and folded, undergo further development. Kidney function. Kidneys are functional, producing urine that is released into the amniotic fluid. The urine contributes to the maintenance of amniotic fluid levels. Brain growth and connections. The brain continues to grow, with the formation of additional neural connections. The cerebellum, responsible for coordination and movement, undergoes further development. Bone development. Bone ossification progresses, contributing to the development of the skeletal system. Bones continue to replace the earlier cartilaginous structures. Blood cell formation. Blood cell formation shifts from the liver to the bone marrow. The bone marrow becomes the primary site for the production of red and white blood cells. Placental and umbilical cord growth. The placenta and umbilical cord continue to grow and develop. Blood vessels within the umbilical cord facilitate the exchange of nutrients, oxygen, and waste products. Hormonal regulation. Hormonal regulation, including the production of HCG and progesterone, remains essential for maintaining the pregnancy. Pregnancy symptoms. Pregnancy symptoms such as morning sickness, breast tenderness, and fatigue may persist. Hormonal fluctuations continue to contribute to these symptoms. The incredible journey from weeks 1 to 9 is a miraculous time of growth and discovery. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found this journey as fascinating as we did. Until next time, future moms and dads, cherish every moment of this magical adventure.